Good morning, students. Welcome to Good Samaritan School Isapur online classes. This is your English class, and today we are going to study the monkey and the crocodile. So let's begin. Once on the bank of a river, a monkey made a home for himself in a tree laden with fruits. He lived in it happily, eating to his heart's content the fruit of his choice. The monkey was happy but lonely and wanted a companion to talk to and share the fruits with. So the monkey was feeling lonesome. But there was no one around, not even another monkey, till one day a crocodile appeared on the riverside. "Hello there," said the monkey. "Do you live in this river? Would you like to eat some fruit?" "Good morning," replied the crocodile politely. "I did come here in search of food for myself and my wife. Nice of you to offer me fruit." So here you can see the monkey is giving fruits to the crocodile. The monkey plucked some from the nearest branch and threw them down. The crocodile found them delicious. "Thanks," he said. "May I have some on my next visit?" "Certainly, as many as you like, and some for your wife too," said the monkey. "Do come again. I am rather lonely here." The crocodile visited the monkey regularly and ate the fruits which his host threw down. He took some home for his wife. The monkey and the crocodile were now the best of friends. They talked and were never tired of talking. They talked about birds and animals, about the villages nearby, and the difficulties villagers faced in raising good crops for lack of rain. So they had long discussions as well. One day, the crocodile stayed with the monkey longer than usual. His wife was annoyed, waiting and waiting, managing the little crocodiles that had just been hatched. She said, "Who is this friend of yours you are so fond of?" "Oh, he's a very nice monkey," he replied. "He lives on a fruit tree. He sends fruits for you every day. You don't expect me to climb trees, do you?" So the crocodile says, "I am not getting the fruits by climbing a tree, but my friend, who is a monkey, is giving the fruits for you every day." "A nice monkey, I'm sure," replied the wife with obvious sarcasm. "If you ask me, this monkey should be my food. I want to eat his heart so much." "What a foolish thing to say," shouted the crocodile. "I can't kill a friend, though I won't mind a monkey occasionally for a change of taste." "You bring him here," offered the wife. "I want to see him." "So you can eat him?" "Never," declared the husband. So now the wife is wanting to eat the monkey, and the crocodile is saying, "No, it is not a good idea." His wife was furious and she dived in to hide herself at the bottom of the river, leaving the little ones to pester their father. The crocodile was in a serious dilemma. He loved his wife and was very fond of his friend too. Finally, he decided to be on the side of his wife. She was his life partner after all. "I know it's a sin to betray a friend, but I have no choice," he said to himself. "I will invite the monkey home and hope for the best. My wife wants you over for a meal, dear friend," said the crocodile when he visited the monkey next. "You must come home with me today." "With pleasure," said the monkey. "I am no swimmer, but can ride on your back." And they set out. In the middle of the river, where the current was the strongest, the crocodile could no longer hide his intentions. "Sorry, my friend," he said hesitantly, "but I have to go under water now. I have brought you here to kill you. My wife cannot survive without eating your heart. Goodbye." So, this way, the crocodile tells him about his real intention, that they are planning to kill him and eat him. The monkey was scared and distressed. But he was sensible and clever, like all monkeys. He kept a cool head. Calmly he said, I would do anything for you and your family. You are my only friend. After all, what is a monkey's heart compared with the life of a crocodile's wife? But how foolish could you be? Why didn't you tell me before? I would have brought my heart along. So now the monkey is trying to save his life, and he says his heart is not with him, his heart is near the tree only. But where is your heart? Asked the crocodile innocently. I thought you carried it all the time. Of course not. It's there on the tree. Let's swim back at once and get it. Your wife must be waiting, replied the monkey, gaining confidence. Oh dear, what a mistake, hissed the crocodile. They laughed loudly as the crocodile took a full turn to reach the tree. So the crocodile believed it, and then he took a U turn, and then they again started to go towards the tree. On the river bank, the monkey jumped onto the tree and heaved a deep sigh of relief. He plucked a fruit or two from the nearest branch and throwing them down said, let your wife have some fruit rather than my heart. Fresh fruits are good for mind and body. Goodbye, friend, and if you don't mind, we don't meet again. The crocodile, sadder and wiser, shed a few tears, which were genuine, and turned back to go home. He was in a hurry to tell his wife a thing or two. So, this is a story from the Panchtantra. Then the crocodile felt really bad. He was sadder and wiser because he was sad because he had lost a friend and he could not visit him any longer. And he was wiser because what the monkey told him, by that he became wiser. So, this is the story. Read it once again, children, and mark the hard words and find them out from the dictionary and write them in your notebook. We will meet again in the next class.